Hey everyone, this is Uncle Reddit. Welcome to r/IDontWorkHereLady, where irate customers mistake other customers for employees. Please subscribe and hit that like button. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy. Our first story was posted by Tom the Gamer 55. When I try to get dog food, a lady harasses me. Cast equals me, Karen, EM, employee, and manager. Okay, first off, I'm 24. I just qualified to be a paramedic. I'm British, so our paramedic uniform is green. And what color is the Pets at Home uniform? Now you see where this is going. I had just finished my 12-hour night shift and I was exhausted. But I have a dog and his name is Benny. Don't worry, this information is relevant. I stopped off at Pets at Home to collect some food for Benny. He likes the liquidy one with meaty chunks. As I'm looking through the aisles trying to find the food Benny usually has, I hear a ahem. I didn't think anything of it as I was surrounded by people, but I hear it again. Ahem. Again, I don't do anything. But little did I know this was the wrong thing to do. I feel a powerful pull on my jacket and I see her. A wild Karen. Finally, she says exasperatedly. Can I help you? She looked at me disgusted. Karen. Yes, I've been looking for insert cat food brand here for ages. Where is it? Of course I didn't know as I had a dog, not a cat. Me. I'm sorry, ma'am, I don't know. Karen. Typical. You just don't want to help me. You're such a lazy insert curse word here. Me. Ma'am, I don't work here and please don't call me that. Karen. I'll call you whatever the freak I want. Now get off your lazy butt and get it. Now I wasn't ready for this, and this sudden outburst shocked me. Me. Ma'am, I can assure you I don't work here and there's no need to shout. An employee comes over and tries to make sense of the situation. Employee. Is there a problem? Karen. Yes, there's a freaking problem. This lazy good for nothing, insert curse words here, is not helping me. I want this brat fired. Get me the manager. Employee quickly hurries to get the manager, and within a few minutes, employee returns with the manager. Manager. Is there a problem? Karen. Yes, this good for nothing worker won't help me. Karen had a victorious grin on her face. Manager. Ma'am, he doesn't work here. If you look at his uniform, you can see he's wearing a paramedic uniform. Karen changed a strange shade of white and just left. The manager apologized for the inconvenience and gave me 20% off, even though I didn't mind. But I accepted it gratefully, and I haven't seen her since. Our next post comes to us from Haven B3 Haven. I don't work here, and I don't like being touched. Hello, I'm a male rando who has a story to tell. So when I go shopping, I always have headphone in and I'm either on the phone with my girlfriend about groceries or listening to music. This time I was listening to a podcast. Not important, but if you must know, it's the Misfits podcast. Something about myself is that I'm 5'11 to 6 foot, so I usually get asked to help people get things off the shelf. I actually had once joked about having a hat that said, "Yes, I can help you get that off the shelf." Well, today, as I'm going through the store doing my thing, I get stopped and asked by these ladies, one in her late 40s and the other one considerably older, I assume mother and daughter, to grab these very large water jugs that were for some reason on the top shelf. Without hesitation, I get them. They thank me and then ask if I know about something else to be in stock, and I told them that I'm sorry, but I don't work here. I wear nothing but black almost every day of my life, and that just so happens to be the uniform here, so I don't ever get upset when I get confused for an employee. They apologize and I go back to my cart. I could feel the presence behind me as I began to walk away. That eerie feeling. Then that ominous noise of the throat clear, and I knew I had a Karen behind me. I turned around thinking she was wanting me to get something from the top shelf. Hi, did you need me to get something from the upper shelf? I say with my customer service smile. She smacks her lips and rolls her eyes. Ugh, no. I want you to go back in the back for me to get some more of these, and she holds up some cake mix box. I'm sorry, ma'am. I actually don't work here. Don't lie to me. You're in uniform and just helped those Mexicans. The least you can do is help me get some cake for my church sale. I think to myself, this really can't be real. I'm sorry, ma'am, but I really don't work here. I just understand that I'm tall and can reach the top shelf. I turn my body around but still have my face towards her as I go to finish speaking. Have a good day. I then began to walk off. Hey, don't walk away from me. She grabs my arm and pulls me towards her. You show respect to your elders, she says, still grabbing my arm. Something about me is that I have very, very little tolerance with people touching me without my permission, especially aggressive touching. Ma'am, I'd advise letting me go, I say to her, my smile gone and the lifeless look that I give when I'm angry. She looks disgusted at me and raises her other hand, which looks like she's going to hit me. Don't talk to... I cut her off by grabbing her hand that she has a hold of me with and begin squeezing. I said let go. She looked a ghost white and backed away. I do not work here, but I do believe the gentleman behind you does and can help you. Don't ever touch me or anyone else again. And I began to go forward once more. I hear her scream at me that she is going to tell my manager, who is passing by to talk to the guy I had pointed out, and looks at me. Sir, do you work here? I don't recognize you. I put on my smile again. No, ma'am, I don't work here, but I can understand why you think that. And I began walking to the checkout. She just went to that horrid woman behind me who is screaming about me being fired and tries to calm her down. I check out and head to my car, and I notice a man about the same age as her just relaxing and having a cigarette, letting out a long sigh. Long day, bud? No, not really, but some guy just pissed off my wife, and I'm glad that I don't have to go in and try to thank him for the long car ride home, he said with a smile and an obvious sarcastic tone. I chuckle a bit, and when I turn away, I make the obvious ee face and wide-eyed look. Our next post comes to us from Random Web Dragon. Granny versus the hooker. I just walked to the nearby gas station. I wanted a soda. As I get to the station, I see an elderly lady at the gas pumps having trouble, so I walk up to offer help. Turns out she had a locking gas cap that was stubborn, but we got it open and her gas was pumping. So I head in to get my soda. And this maybe 18-year-old starts yelling at me saying she'd get me fired if I didn't come to help her too. Before I can get a word out, the elderly lady has walked over and smacked the holy crap out of the girl with her cane while saying, "Leave my grandson alone, you dirty hooker. He's a good boy." The, hooker draws back to slap the lady, and we all hear the whoop whoop of a police siren. Hooker tries to say the old lady attacked her unprovoked, only to have the cop say, "Ma'am, I was parked here the whole time eating my lunch. I saw and heard the whole thing. So if anything, I can arrest you right now for harassment and attacking a disabled elderly person." The officer then looks to the elderly lady and asks, "Is that what you'd like to do?" Of course she says, "No, dearie, I just want her to leave and leave us alone." Well, with that, the cop goes and tells the hooker that, and she is in her car and gone faster than virginity in a brothel. We all walk into the station. I get my soda, lady pays for her gas and buys the officer a coffee, and we go to leave, and the lady offers me a ride home. It's cold, so I accept. As we're getting into the car, the officer helps her into her car as I recap her tank for her. I get in and we drive off, and she drops a bomb that made me almost laugh myself sick. It's a good thing my son the cop was there, or I'd have kicked her skinny butt. Update. I thought you may want an update. I saw the officer again at the store this morning, and we got to talking. He was not her son and had no clue who she was. Holy cow. This lady sounds a little off. I'm glad she's on the good side. Our next post comes to us from Shinning Hobo. I do work here, lady. Not actually. Give me your stuff so I can buy 'em. I made something that I don't feel proud of, but it's a funny story and I thought it would fit in here. Me and my girlfriend went to Walmart during the Christmas season. There were a lot of Christmas products, such as bags, toys, and hats. My girlfriend totally fell for a little plushie of a fox wearing a red Christmas hat. I don't have money at the moment, so I promised her we would come back later to get it. The time passed, and one day I remembered about it and went alone to buy it as a surprise. I looked everywhere for it, but most of the Christmas products were taken, and the little fox was nowhere to be seen. I was told by an employee that maybe on the half-off shelf would be some left. As I was heading there, I got called by a lady holding that same fox I was looking for. I think she mistook me for a manager. I was wearing a blue shirt and black pants with black shoes. She asked me if the fox was for sale. Since it had a huge cut on the back of the head, apparently someone tried to take the hat from the fox and ended up ripping it. Important soon. Well, I told the lady, on a really good customer service voice, that if she liked, I could go to the back and get her another one in good condition. She gladly accepted and handed me the fox. The reason why I feel especially bad about what I did next is because I know for sure that there is not a single of these foxes in the back. I had an employee check earlier. I walked away, fox in hand, and as soon as I went out of the lady's view, I headed to the cashier and paid for the fox, half price because it was damaged, and headed out. I fixed it and gave it to my lady. She absolutely loved the gift. I never told her how I got it. I don't think she'd like it. You're right, OP. I doubt she'd like it very much. And I gotta say, every once in a while, one of these stories really surprises me. While I applaud you for trying to take care of your girlfriend, I gotta say, that was really shady to do to the old lady. You never know. You never know what people are getting for their kids and how much money they're lacking, and, maybe she really needed that gift. While it's not outright stealing, it's a little crummy to do. Sorry, OP. Can't side with you on this one. Alright, everyone. I hope you're having a great day and that you've enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. And keep a lookout for more of these little gems from Reddit. So long.